2026, done no. Done tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026, done no. Done tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets, even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator's so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. See how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets, even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your.
Hey, what's up? 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 Actually, we just decided. Literally, we decided to change from Dantec to Aurex. This is indeed beautiful. It's a good day. It's a beautiful week. It's a beautiful, beautiful week, and finally we are here. Finally, again, Monday 19th. So we're going to analyze this up to the 24. Like, what is really going to be happening up to the end of this Friday? A lot of things are lined up. Are you prepared? Are you prepared, or you're just assisting or just waiting for random entries? How are you prepared for this? Go in the afternoon. It's already 2 p.m. East African time. If you're joining this, ensure that you like this and ensure that you invite a friend. And let's rock with this as we go through the market analysis of the outlook of not only today but also for this week. I love so much to share with you. So let's move. Let's keep it here. How are you doing? So if you're watching this, ensure that you engage on the chat. That is another beautiful thing of joining this. It's also another beautiful thing. We are really going to start this any moment from now. Hey.
You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator's so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing?
You know, you have to really bless your week before even you start. Before even you do anything, you just really have to bless it. When you wake up 3 in the morning when you're starting the week, it's not only the week but also daily. Whatever you do, just say, my week, my day is blessed. Bless my day. My day is blessed. So that at least everything that you do here is going to be blessed. You need that. If you're a believer, you really need to do that. Every time you're starting this, at least you command your day. You say some words. positivity. They keep you. Even if you're not a believer, you need to motivate yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to do it this week. It's a beautiful day. No matter what you're going through, you just say it's going to be okay. Last week was not that really good, but this week I'm going to make it. At the end of the week, I'm going to analyze the market and everything is really going to work for me. So that is where you start. You start by being positive. You just don't open the chart. These are things that I do behind the scene. There's a friend of mine who was, you know how the scene is spelled, and there's a friend of mine who was calling it a scheme. Calling it a behind the scheme. I don't know whether it's because of how the ones are written or what. Anyway, welcome on board. Welcome. Last week was so beautiful, and I know this week is really going to be awesome. This week is really going to be more good. Yeah, it's going to be even more better. Right? Let me share this. So today I want to announce this. Today at exactly 8 p.m. I'll be doing a class. That is a free class, introduction to the Forex trading, and we have so many people will be joining this. So if you're not part of that, ensure that you WhatsApp me. My number is out there, or you can click in on my bios. Then you can reach to me out personally in case you need to enter this group, because after introduction to this, we're going to go into details of everything. Yeah, we're going to go even to the advanced level, more of even what I really don't even share here. So I'm going to make sure that everyone who is that group at the end of this year, they are professional and they are trading professionally. I know it can take 6 months or taking time, especially when you're doing this to beginners or the people who are starting this, but it's really, that is really not that much, but it's really important for them to, as long you are willing and you are there, you're doing good. That's something amazing. Now, to start on this is very amazing here. What you see from what we see from this is really beautiful. Last week was so amazing. Last week we were trading USD Remember, also we were trading USD and gold. Those were major ones that we were focusing on. And as well, we discussed even more about the silver. So I don't know how many were really trading silver, because I have some really good position that I really entered for silver. So I'm here to I closed this morning after the silver actually hit a very big point all the way up. Yeah, so that was really amazing.
They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark.
Do you know what is this? This is USD and the analysis that you see here actually belong to the other day. It's not for today. This is USD I did not analyze this. Actually, we analyzed this on Friday. And remember where the market was? I told you the market is really going to move to these levels, and exactly that is where the market moved. That is the exact point. That is the exact place where this market moved, and you can see it really so good. So the market, remember, was around 158.072. And I was telling you that there is a manipulation that was trying to happen around this area where the prices are actually trying to move like it is moving up. But what really happened to this market, you can see so well, is that we get this market absolutely breaking this zone and moving all the way down. The last price we got here is actually even below 500. That is 157,500. And you can see how the market reversed and created highs here of 158.58. Those are so many pips actually we gathered there, especially this morning. I shared some of the result. If you're not on my Telegram channels, I shared all those information, and also my WhatsApp status. I shared some of these entries that I made here. over the weekend. So what happened is, because on Friday I decided to set a buy limit here, because I know when the market opens at Sydney session, the market actually might move crazily all the way to my entry point, and that is actually exactly what happened. The market moved to those levels, and that was so amazing because the entry point were triggered, and we really entered this and we bought from this zone. Now, where is the next goal? We are going to be checking that so that we can have the weekly time frame, weekly target. Where are we targeting this week? Because that is where we left this USD in JPY. That was actually crazy, from here all the way to the top. That's 70 over 70 pips, and that was really amazing. And those are really good ones, because I even shared everything. I shared the result. We are still making money here live. I told you so. When you just follow this instruction, it's really going to be very easy. The other pair that we checked last week is in gold. Now remember what we were trading on the gold is when the prices was absolutely right here. We were trading at this level when the price was eating at this place. Remember, I also earned an entry live at 46.19, selling around 46.19 here, and you can see actually where the prices went. The prices went all the way to 45.36. That was so big, so big, so big, so big. And then we got some people actually buying from this zone here, but our biggest target was actually 84.85, but I don't think we did not really get to that place. But you can see how the price actually moved, because some people could not even believe, because remember when we were drawing this, you remember the name, and actually it worked. That means these things can really work sometime. It's called a bearish symmetric triangle. Bearish symmetric triangle. When you see something like this, then it's a sign that the market actually is moving down, and that is what we really got last week. The market was trading across this area here. For those who are live, they know that there are some people who are challenging me, telling I'm doing whatever. They just remember that. But it's really good, because one thing that you really have to note from the last week, and that is what I always want you to learn, is that you have to be patient. You have to relax when you're doing these things, so that every time you are entering like strategically, not just anyhow. You are not just chasing the market. You are doing this strategically, knowing what you're doing and what to do, and things really becomes so amazing. And that is what you always do here. Now look at this. I want us to look at this because I want us to analyze what happened last week. What do we expect this week? Do we really have some good chances of the market entries today? Considering, so we'll be going even to the fundamentals to see what chances do we have. Do we really have a good opportunity for the market tonight? That is the most important thing as well. If you're joining this, ensure that you like this live. That's just for free. And also remember, I changed the name from Dan Tech Forex to Dan Forex. I'll be telling you what that means, but not here, right? So we already branded ourselves. This is different here. This is really things that are going to happen this week. Now our entries was here last week, around this area here. And one thing I told you is that when this market approaches to this zone here, it will break it out. And this is just, I've not done anything from this chart. And you can see absolutely that is the exact thing that really happened to the prices of the gold. When it touched around 45.90, around this area here, we got a breakout. And one thing I really also saying is that when this market actually breaks below 69, then the prices are really going to be very fast. Just look at that, from 45, 69 all the way to 46, 36. That was very quick. That was very quick. So some of the time when you place your stop loss down there, Then of course what the institutions are going to do, they are going actually to sweep your stop loss, like when is going to find the liquidity in those areas. And that's why, you know, why this happens is because, number one, let me start deleting this so that you can start reasoning from the top here. There are so many people who could have bought around this zone here and probably placed a stop loss that is below this one. You understand? So assume even you placed a buy around this area here. I want to show you how people are really lose money in the forex market very quickly, and your stop loss gets hit very quickly. Last week I identified this zone as an entry point, so you don't have to enter here, and that is what I said. Okay, that means there should be no entry or exit around this area here, so you cannot exit and you cannot enter inside this zone all the way top, from here all the way to this area here, because that was a very dangerous zone. Even on this, although the market actually reversed from here of the gold around 45.36, some people could have actually decided let's buy from that zone because the market is really moving down. But I could not really encourage that. But this is what really happened, and I think maybe the market found gold liquidity to move up. That is the institutions from this, and this is what really happened. You see, there are so many people who are actually waiting for this trend. You can see how the market was moving. Probably they saw these touches around this area here, and what you do, sometimes I was doing this mistake as well. What these people do is they wait for either you place some buy here, and I know maybe there are some people placed that on Friday. You put your TP probably to test this, and you put maybe your SL slightly below this line that we drew here. So look at this, even if you placed your stop loss that is below here, then your stop loss could actually be hit very hard. You can see this is actually the loss. The stop loss is absolutely way down. The stop loss is bigger than the TP, and that is the most dangerous move that you can ever make. And whatever happened on the Friday, you can just look at that. Apart from the news that normally happens in the market, now look at this sweeping. All your stop losses get swept out, then the market gets enough liquidity, and then the market start moving up from there. That is the mistakes you can really not do here. And that's why, remember, when we were analyzing this market, after this I told you that when this market breaks this zone, it's going to move very fast. And that's why these things you must, for the Dan Tech community, Dan Forex community, those who are here, you make sure that you understand when we draw this line and I tell you don't enter in these areas, you have to be careful on these areas, because when the market actually breaks those zones, the market is really going to move very high. Probably when you have your stop loss located in that area, is going to be stopped so dangerously. Although we were expecting this market to continue moving down all the way down here, but although we just moved down, remember now there was a selling point around 46.06, that way he started selling and the market started moving all the way down. Now, enough of what is really happened. What is really happening to the price of the gold? I want to delete and remove all the indicators so that we can at least have something new for this week. All right, welcome on board. Peter Kangoro, good morning brother. Hey, then just uko ndani karibu sana. Yes, yeah. I can see now you are looking for the meanings of this name here. You know, the reason I called myself Dan Tech, that was way back to 2020. I'll tell you the history of that maybe one day. Yeah, personally, engineer by profession, so maybe I loved tech so much, and then Dan Tech came in, and I could not let go of the name. But that was still okay. So remember, we are swing traders. That is the first thing you have to understand here. And what do swing traders do? They start market on the highest time frame. Of course, we have to know the highest time frame, what is really happening, because when you look at this market, it's already moving up, and you can look at this market, you can say is already we are up, and I don't think whether it's really moving perfectly. There is no there's something that you can say that this is a mistake. The market is not moving in the right way. This is the right way actually. Gold is moving the right way, and I think we might be hitting 4,700 anytime soon. But make sure that you observe, because this market is absolutely targeting maybe to move down in the next probably days to come. But when that time comes, we'll be able to identify that. What is really happening, what is going to happen this week is some of the most important thing. Look at this big move. The market moved all the way up, retraced back, all the way up, retraced back, and this one. So we are talking about this high that was created here. So for you, you can actually highlight this zone like these ones. You can highlight these areas. It's very important. You can draw these areas. Remember, for me, I normally open and then I remove all the indicators. On the new week, I draw things again because I may miss something. I may have missed something last week, but probably this week I'm going to get it. So that's why I normally remove everything and then I just target on the new analysis. Number one, what you think you have to know today is that before everything else, today the US stock market is closed. Remember, they are celebrating Martin Luther King, and remember now the market, the dollar signed, might be getting slow. So stock market is closed for 30 p.m. where we expect volatility. We might not get it that much, especially for the indices. That is what normally people trade. That is stock indices. Akina Nasdaq, here's that. You might not get enough volatility to push the market today, and also generally the market might actually be, remember, slow. So that's why probably we're waiting. You can see gold, although moved around the Sydney session very early in the morning, but now at least the market is cooling down. Now this is what now we call the analyzing. You just make sure that you know how to analyze the market, how the market is structured, like how the construction. This is the first floor, second floor. When you cannot skip the first floor and move the third floor. Of course, you have to go through the process. So that's the same market how moves. There's the processes. And when you look at this carefully, you realize just the market is good. The market is moving good. Look like this. I know there's a strategy known as the Elliott wave strategy. There is a strategy known as the Elliott wave strategy. It will not apply here because I see what I see from the Elliott wave strategy. I don't think this is valid because I think it is not valid really on the gold side, because the Elliott wave strategy is different. 5 moves are already complete. The first one, second one, this one is already gone so much, and we have not really gotten any reverse. I think there's some of a concept like Elliott waves concept might not apply to the commodities. Maybe the one that follows the price action so much is USD JPY. That is where maybe some of these may apply, but all the commodities like gold and silver, that is creating new highs, getting demands differently, I think we might be having something different. Now, this is what I'm talking about. The structure of the markets look perfect, and that's why now we have the market actually might be ending to 47, even more than that, even more than 47. Look at this. This is what I'm telling you to draw, like this is a zone that you see here. The market, this one. We have different terms. If you go to someone who is studying smart money concept, ICT concept, Elliott waves concept, someone who is based so much on the price actions, we have different names in this market. And let's just draw this. You can look at this. This is really beautiful, and you can see the market is really moving. That's why I'm talking about. This market is perfect. This market is really perfect because you can see the movement that is making is really good. So good. It's really good. the charts perfect. They call it perfecto. The market is perfecto. Yeah, so look at this. This is how market is moving. And when you look at this, it's actually visiting good areas. For instance, when we assume it's only that there are some gaps that was created in the market and they were filled so perfectly. So that is another thing. That is another thing. Some gaps that were created in the market were really filled this gap. And as you see, if you're planning to sell gold here, I don't think that is a good idea right now, because you can see it's just the same like when the market created this and started creating a candle like this one. So this actually might be like this one. Look at this, where market moved like this, and you can see we are already at the top. On the daily time frame, we are really we are moving down until we just get it slow by slow. Until we get this, we are going to get it. Remember, our entries are perfect. We are perfecting this to be perfect. Now, slow by slow, what do you look at from this market? Even if this was really a gap that was created from the gap here, remember here, on the daily time frame, this gap here, this gap already been filled. The market visited that area to fill the gap. Here, that is for ICT people to know that's really a good gap there. Yeah, you can see that one. But also, when we talk about the retracement, when you go to the swing high and drag this all the way to swing, all the way to this place. Remember, that is this place we are talking about to see. After the market visited our zone 45.36, was it really perfect, or that was just a noise? And you can see that is around 0.5, and we could have actually marked this zone. I think it's not really 100%, but if we are going to look, yeah, so I think that would be nice around this area here. So that was almost right. That was almost right, because they start around 45.28. The market visited to 45.36. I think that was close. That was close enough. That was close enough. That was close enough. So this, how the structures was moving, how the market is really aligning itself here, is really perfect. Is really good. It's really good. Now, where is the next target? Because you can see the market is really visiting this area and so fast, and now we are really back from this region again. No, because now we are creating on the high. Remember, the market has already touched the new high, which is this area here, which is 46.90. We were expecting, I was expecting at least when we touch this region of 46.90, the market will have actually touched the highest places here around 87, 84, 89 point, which is 86 on the overbought zones. Let's see weekly. Yeah, so we can see maybe in the next, yeah, you can see we are still up. And that's why now we have really chances. Like, the market is not yet done to move up, and you can see we are very far, because we are very far. Sometimes we can be looking at this 75 and we think that 75 is it, but 75 is actually not it. You can see 75 has already been achieved, but I normally give it around 84. From 84 is when actually the market start reversing very big. That is when you can have a long term reversal really happening, and you can see that is actually on daily time frame. Our weekly time frame, the daily time frame is not really yet done. That is analysis that we are doing on the daily time frame. When we see this one on 4-hour time frame, we are going to look on the different now on this chart. This is how the market moved, visiting these areas. Again, this was very fast, and what we are really waiting to see from this market is just very simple. It's just very simple. Let's see whether there is a follow of any pattern. On any pattern, I think the market is slowing down because of this. Do you really see this? Let me go to the daily time frame so that you can see it clearly. That is, I think that is why you see the market visited 90 and again the market went back. The market really reversed back after 90. Look at this. It's very simple really. The market has to just follow some price actions. Rules simple. Touches of trend lines here and there. That is really confirmed. But let's see whether, because if this market really reverses to this zone again around 45.39, then it's really a good confirmation that we are really ending to this becomes strong. But already with these small touches that we have here, with this and this and these ones, this really confirms, but it's not really that strong from that. So that is a movement of gold, because you can see now we are at 66 and there are some people actually sold around this area here. So that is why we got a selling pressure from around that area here. But still the gold is going to move higher. So in case probably we are going to be getting lower prices, that is going to be happening probably 4600 or below 46. That is actually be going good opportunities for us to buy. Now I want us to see right from this, do we have really people who are pushing this on us all the way up? And with this, I'm going to have different charts here. I'm going to have different charts here. I know this might confuse you, that's why I'm going to use specifically trending view for this. The trending view sometimes may give you information that is not really, if the information that is delayed, So allow me to put on the gold. I hope this is not going to bore you. Okay, I just want this. Let me move to 1 hour. That's 426. I want to have beautiful thing here. Yeah, I wanted to check the volume clusters for this. So I want to combine it with the volume profile to see different results. I wanted to acquire that to see how these areas Yes, now from this area here where the market actually achieved from 43, so I want to drag this all the way to the top that was tested. This is delta, and look at this, we have POC here, point of control. I want to see, we got really the market moving from this area. I don't know what really moved the market from that point. I don't know, that might actually be a manipulation point, because the buying pressure actually was around this area, 45.77. That is all. Maybe when they entered this, the buy point. Another one was around 46.33, 45.63. Yeah, of course this market actually might be visiting below 50 before we probably be pressured to move up again. So I'm going to highlight this area. This market is going to visit this zone. So even if you are going to create a new high, remember this zone. Remember that zone there. These around 40. this price is below 50. That's a price below 50. Now that is why our analysis can really take us, and I'm going to be checking the volume delta for this on the volume clusters to see how really the volume is going to take us. I want to also to see 1 minute. Yes, look at this. Actually, the market activity is really reducing. Today is on holiday, and I think activities we are in on the London section, and let's see when the New York opens whether there are so many people. Some people are going to participate on this, but remember the stock is the one that is stock market closed on this. Yeah, you can see the volume really is just reducing from this point here, and we really got a good one here. I'll have to sit down and analyze this from this point, but this is a area that where the market actually has to visit from this. Number one, what we are going to note is number one here. Let's note this is going to be very important. That gold is going to create all time. Gold is going to really create, is going to continue creating all time highs, right? So we are not yet done. And I think the reversal is not yet. So if you are targeting for the reversal is not yet. So if you are planning probably to trend a reversal is not yet. So we have the reversal is not yet. So if you are planning to trend a reversal, it's not really yet for this. And that is the challenge of trending in the market, that is really for me high all time highs every time, because now you have to look for the history, like not history, you have to use some indicators to determine volume, and also whether the market is really, the price is overpriced, like the gold, is the market overpriced or the price is good. Because if the price is overpriced, then it means that we can sell less market anytime in a zone from that. Now
making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hear my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it realty. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension 2026 done no Done Tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026, done tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026, done tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026, done tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. See how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026, done no. Dun Tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026, done no. Dun Tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. See how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026, done no. Dun Tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026, done no. Done tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator's so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator's so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension 2026, done no. Done tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension 2026, done no. Done tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator's so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress.
Yeah,
They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge
Mniambie sauti imeenda. Why you not telling me the sound is gone? Come on. You're not telling. So that's a good thing to engage on the chats. Huh? You're not telling me, you people. You're not telling me the sound is gone. Nataka niongee hapa peke yangu. The sound. If the sound isn't good, let me know on the chats. If the sound is good, allow me to know in the comment section. So this is amazing. So this is what I'm talking about, the dollar, the gold. So that is what we are trading today. And that is what we are going to be looking forward throughout this week. All right. I know my sound was gone, and probably those who missed, I'm just going to summarize because I've written everything here, this being on the daily time frame. So I said, number one, if you will applicate on clone this trend line and put it down here, you see a perfect move of how the gold is actually on the uptrend. Although we don't have so much advantage of this market because it is forming high highs, then at least this one gives us a clue on what can really happen to the market. And that's how we see the markets today morning actually trending to the new high of 46.90. That's almost 4,700. And the rest thing I saying is that the gold is going to create all-time highs because it's not yet to move up. The market is still moving up. The market has room to form new highs, so we are not yet done on the upper side. Yani hatujamalizana na side ya juu. So the market bando inaenda kuenda juu. The next one is reversal. The next one is reversal is not yet. So if you are planning probably to have a reversal, that is not really going to happen very soon because the market is not yet to reverse, right? The market is still moving up. And now we identifying this area and saying that there is a high chances the market might be moving to this area that you see here. Number one, we have so many orders that are concentrated around that area, may attract again market to that area here. And also saying that I'll be looking for the market on the classes and a lot of things to see what is really happening to the real market. Sometimes you not be getting the accurate data when it comes to the trading view. I have other charts that I'll be using here to identify all those things that when it comes to the entry, so that we can have the perfect entry all together, right? Now, the next thing that we have talks about on this chart, or my voice was down, is my sound was really down, is this one. The structure of a market is really perfect, and I don't think we have any complaint that our gold is really moving. Has it created the prices randomly or some band or movement that has not been visited? Is it filling or retracement? It has done that perfectly, and that's why now we are saying all this. There is a more advantage for the market that is on the uptrend, on this like moving normally, than a market that is actually creating all-time highs every time. So at least, but on the gold, at least we have something. That is what we can now be waiting to see from this market. If we move to at least 1 hour time frame for this, and remember now we already have the settings for the highest time frame, and that is what we'll get here. And I is also saying that today is holiday, so today the stock market closed, and there's whatever happening in the US, so might be not getting that. So that is another area that I'm waiting to see the market that may visit here. Want to see that on these small candles that we have here, what is really going to happen on these candles. We can really zoom very fast. Yeah, number one, let's see what we can okay, let me put this indicator here, see if it's going to work. Number one, we can see there's a gap that is created around this area here. You can see this gap from here all the way to this area here. It can actually be filled where the market can actually move all the way to 46.36. So that's another gap that can actually be filled on this market, and at least we have several orders again across that area. So that's what I'm talking about here. You see this place here. So if gold is going to move, is really going to move to that zone fast. Let me just analyze this quickly and see if this really going to buy or continue moving down, or there are some people who have started selling. So in case maybe you are on a buy right now, what are you supposed to be doing? Let's see. We want to move to 4-hour time frame first. I want to see much of these candles. These candles are really not giving us so much, because you can see all of them. The next one here has closed already, almost similar to that. We move to 2 hours time frame. You're going to see something different, not that much. The market has actually been trending after this big move that happened. You can see what has actually been trending throughout, but you can see this big gap. We have an imbalance here, so the market actually might be coming back to balance this zone around this area. That's what I'm talking about. 46.34 for the scalpers. When this market comes to this area here, there is opportunity for buy, a small buy that can actually happen from this market when it visits this area here. Yeah, we don't have really so much, because number one, you can see these candles, they are all the same. When it comes to the closing, very irregular here, and now to know whether this market is really going to move down or from this place. But on the high time frame, we have already identified that this is actually going to be the market where it's reversed from 90, so $30. So if you are very wise in the morning, that is the time you could have sold, but already the market is here. So when you see the market at 70, probably moving around 70 here, so are you really going to buy or sell? Like, the big opportunity that we can get from this market is to at least sell to this area here. I will give you the opportunities around this area. The big opportunity is to sell from here, but the biggest of all is to buy when the market actually comes down. That is for today. That is for just today when the market, but already I see these are already been filled here, so probably this is the candle that is going to move down. Yeah, around this area here, probably it's going to break below 50 and move to 39. That is what is really going to be happening. But when we cross that line and we move down here, that is what is really going to be happening over here. So when I see 60, 62 here, we can have a sell that is going to be happening all the way to 40. That's will be 20, and then another 90 all the way to the top. Remember the top one around 90 here. If we get back to 90, that will be crazy. But if we start selling here all the way to 30 again, that will be 50-50. And the risk management to risk ratio will be 1-to-1, of which I don't trend something like that. I'm always looking for 1-to-2, 1-to-3, 1-to-4, 1-5, 1-to-10. Yeah, but this will be 1-to-1. This will be 1-to-1. The market can actually move there, but at least we have an opportunity to buy when this market drops all the way to this place here. When we drop here, but what opportunity do we have in case you are selling? I think, let me open, in case maybe you are on a buy position. I think the market, what's it, this account, no, that, this one, yeah. So let me see, this is another account here. Let's see, let me drag, this here. Yeah, let's see what we are going to get from that. So these are these are Fridays that opened today. Number one, we have the USD JPY that we bought from 157,500, and the next one we have the silver. So I'm going to close for the silvers as well. Then we are going to open other ones. Today I'm not going to be here for long. Today at 8 p.m. I have another class. We have a class online. So that is my target. Yeah, but what I see from this is the market is actually going to. We have chances for this market to drop down.
Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026 done, no. Done Tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026 done, no. Done Tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching.
You have some chances so this market to drop down, and then we buy from this area. This is the current price. Let's see what is going to be happening here. And I think we're going to be dragged down. That is the current price.
And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so
That should be perfect. So with that 63, I have a small sell for the gold there. I have hand one for the sell for the gold. Alright.
Making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets. Even when it's dark, and it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026 done, no. Done Tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026 done, no. Done Tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my enduring. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. See how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension 2026 done, no? Done tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension 2026 done, no? Done tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. See how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026 done, no? Done Tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026 done, no? Done Tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. See how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026 done, no? Done Tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2026 done, no? Done Tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop us regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop us regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny.
So that one we close that one because it's already hit that, but I think let's see, after hitting this region probably the 75 is actually going to be like, I think, the highest. I don't think whether we can move past that. I don't think so. Let's see whether we are going to reverse from 75 mark, from 75 mark. Yeah, the rest is just rising, so I'm going to close at least $1,000 here so that we can code one. That was for the silver, and as well now we just be left with these two, so that is a good one. So that was 1,000 and plus. So today's profit
Operation Wealth Ascension 2026 done, no. Dun Tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension.
Remember, this is actually some from the last week. That's Friday. Yeah, just look at that Kazone there of 70. I've closed that, but at least we're going to. This is $1 because this 1.00 supposed to be. This is really good. I opened up this position, so we closed with a negative sum, like $10. So we have closed around this point here, and I just know it is going to go back probably to a point where we are targeting. That is can happen any time from now.
Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop us regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop us regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living in profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like Dun Tech Forex. Turn the pain into progress. For them haters, it's heartless. They couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2020 sets done, no. Done Tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2020 sets done, no. Done Tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done Tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets, even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator's so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done Tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done Tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. See how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done Tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman when I first started. Losses were often, now I can hit my targets, even when it's dark. And it's important to acknowledge all of my involvement. This don't come out of nowhere, had to show endurance. And you know it's authentic, no copy, it's just me. Loyal to my destiny, can't give up, it's meant to be. They think it's too good to be true, I call it reality. For those who have eyes, I provide transparency, a vision that can't be unseen. You can try it yourself, whether on a demo account or on your own wealth. The method is so simple, the indicator's so simple. All you gotta do is tune in and pay attention. Hey, you see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done Tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done Tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless. Had to become a marksman. Had to become a marksman. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2020 sets done, no. Done Tech Forex. Operation Wealth Ascension. 2020 sets done, no. Done Tech Forex. You see how I'm flexing and flossing, making a living and profit. Shout out to the viewers that's watching. Wanna live like done Tech Forex, turn the pain into progress. For them haters it's heartless, they couldn't stop this regardless.